Good morning, grade 3. Today we will take add fractions. You will find it in your student book, page 400 and 401. What do we mean by adding fractions and how we will do it? If I have here the fraction bar and I cut it to 8 equal parts, then I shaded one part here. So here I have 1 out of 8. Then after this I will shade or add another 3 parts. So the first one is 1 out of 8. The second part we have here is 3 out of 8. This means that I have total how many parts out of 8? Or we mean 1 out of 8, which is the first shaded part, plus the 3 out of 8, which are the next 3 shaded parts. So how many total parts did I shade? I shaded 4 out of the 8 parts. See, from the addition here we have 1 out of 8 plus 3 out of 8 equals 4 out of 8. The total shaded parts are 4 out of 8. From this we can see that when we add fractions we should have common denominators. And when we add the fractions, the denominators stay the same and we add only the numerator, as if we are doing like this. When I have 1 out of 8 plus 3 out of 8, the denominator stays the same, which is 8. Then we add the numerators only. We add the 1 plus 3. So the total or the addition will be 4 out of 8. Let us see another example. Again, we have another bar. This time I will cut it to 6 equal parts. Then each part will be 1 out of 6. Now see, if we shaded here the first 2 parts, this means that the part we shaded here is 2 out of 6. Then I will shade or add 3 parts. So this part I added is 3 out of 6. When I add these two, I will be having total how many parts out of 6? If I added here, I will be having a total 5 parts out of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of the 6 parts. So this will be 5 out of 6. See again here, when we are adding the fractions, they should have common denominator. We cannot add fractions with different denominators. and when we add, the denominator stays the same and we add only the numerator. Let us see another example from your book. If we have a fraction bar and we will cut now here to 5 equal parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this is 1 out of 5, this is 1 out of 5, 1 out of 5, 1 out of 5, and now we will add, this is the first part, which is 1 out of 5. Then again I will add another part, which is 2 out of 5. What we will be having as a total, or what is the sum when we add 1 out of 5 plus 2 out of 5, the total shaded parts will be 3 out of 5. We kept the denominator same and we added only the numerator. So this is one type of questions. Also we have another type when we add on the line of numbers. This question in your student book, it's number 12, question number 12. What if I have this on the line of numbers? Here we have the line of number. Then I have from 0 to 1. This is the part from 0 to 1. I will cut it to 4 equal parts. So this will be 0 out of 4. This is 1 out of 4. This is 2 out of 4. 3 out of 4. And then this is 4 out of 4. Then I want to add how can I add this? This part is 3 out of 4. Then I will add another part, which is 1 out of 4. From 3 out of 4 to 4 out of 4, I moved 1 out of 4. If I want to add the total distance that I moved on the line of numbers, it will be the 3 out of 4, the first part, plus the 1 out of 4, which is total 4 out of 4. We reached the 4 out of 4, or I can say that this is one whole, because 4 out of 4 is one whole. Again we will do another question for the line of numbers. What if I have here, this is question number 13. I have again the line of numbers. And now the distance we have, we will cut it to 5 equal parts. The first part will be 0 out of 5. This is our starting point. Then 1 out of 5, 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5, then 5 out of 5. The first part we will add. I will show it by this arrow. The second part so the first part is 2 out of 5. Then we added the second part, which is the 3 from 2 to 4 out of 5. This is 1, 2 also out of 5. So when we add them, what will be the answer? It will be, the denominators are the same, so here we will have the 5 also as a denominator. Then we will add the numerators, 2 plus 2. So this means that the total will be 4 out of 5. This is how we add on the line of numbers. We have another thing to know when we add fractions. What if you are asked to put the fraction in its simplest form? Put the sum in simplest form. What do we mean by this? Let us have an example. This is in your book, page 401, question number 9. You have 7 out of 12 plus 2 out of 12. What should we do here? When we add fractions, we have common denominators, so 7 over 12 plus 2 over 12. It means that in the answer we will be having 12 as denominator. Then we will add the numerators, which are the 7 plus 2, and this will be 9. How can I put this in a simplest form? What do we mean by simplest form? It means that I will get another equivalent fraction for this 9 over 12, but with smaller number. So how we will get this? We can do this, of course, by getting an equivalent fraction using the division. We will check the 9 and 12. What is the common number in which I can divide the 9 and 12 by? From the multiplication tables we know that we can divide the 9 by 3, and also we can divide the 12 by 3. So when we make this division, 9 divided by 3, it will give me 3, and 12 divided by 3 will be 4. So the 3 over 4, this is the simplest form of the fraction. This we call it simplest form. I will do with you another example. Also, this is number 8. We have 3 out of 10 plus 5 out of 10. I want to add the fraction, then put it in the simplest form. We have 3 out of 10 plus 5 out of 10. We have common denominator, so the denominator will stay the same, it will be 10. Then we will add the 3 plus 5, it will be 8 out of 10. This fraction, can I get an equivalent fraction that is in a simpler form? We will check what is the number that can we divide by up and down. 8 and 10 I can divide up and down by 2. So if I make here divide by 2 and also down divide by 2, we will get 8 divided by 2 will give me 4, and 10 divided by 2 it will give me 5. So this fraction we get, which is 4 out of 5, this is the simplest form of the answer. So if I added two fractions and then I divide the answer up and down by the same number, I will get a simple form for the fraction which is equal to the answer I got. This is what we mean by put the addition of the fraction in its simplest form. Put the sum in the simplest form. I hope that you understood the lesson. Thank you and good luck.